What is going on, guys? Today we have an XY Wi-Fi battle for you. I'm bringing a new team. Today we're up against Raphael, and I brought myself a pretty cool mixed tier team going on here. That Lilligant, man, that Lilligant destroyed me when Derpy used it against me. So I'm using this Lilligant in hopes that it can pretty much do a lot of work in this battle. And I'm also bringing that Rapidash. Rapidash is very almost unheard of, almost unseen, so it's really interesting to bring that Rapidash. So Raphael has a pretty standard OU team, so it's not one to be fucked with here, so we gotta watch out, man, especially that Mega Gardevoir. So yeah, let's just get right onto it. Lately my battles have been a little bit longer than usual. I guess maybe my opponents have just been a little bit trickier, but nonetheless, still awesome battle, still really fun. So I'm gonna lead off with my choice Scarf Excadrill, and a really good play on my part, but I guess he knows that I'm Choice Scarf, or he just doesn't want to take any chances and he's gonna switch out. So he's gonna eat up this Rock Slide, this Dr. Toxic Gliscor. I have a Gliscor on myself, but when it comes to fighting a Gliscor, I absolutely despise it. I absolutely hate fighting Gliscor, so I'm gonna have to switch out because I don't get Earthquaked or anything like that, so I'm gonna switch into Suicune. My opponent can predict this really nicely and go for the substitute. I'm gonna use that pressure though, so this can be really potentially useful against a staller like Gliscor. So turns out he's not gonna go for a substitute, so I'm kind of glad he didn't. So he's gonna obviously not be behind a sub, and he's gonna hurt me, but it's not gonna do too much because I am Suicune. So I'm one of the bulkiest water Pokemon, man. So now he's gonna switch out into this Gardevoir. So pretty sure this Gardevoir probably has Thunderbolt, or maybe even Energy Ball, I'm not really sure, but yeah. So now we're gonna have to I'm sorry, I'm also doing a trade. Someone just traded me on my 3DS because, well, they need to claim this shiny Skiddo. So I do get the burn with my skull, so that's pretty freaking sweet. And but I knew that maybe Thunderbolt was coming or not, so gonna switch into the Excadrill, expecting a Thunderbolt. And he does go for the Mega Evolution. Mega Goodra can be extremely fucking scary, so turns out he doesn't have Thunderbolt, he has Energy Ball, so it actually does neutral. Kind of a bummer, but you know, whatever. So now he knows I am Scarfed, or I don't know, he just doesn't want to play any games, I guess. So he's gonna go back into his Toxic, his Gliscor. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head because, well, you know, Gardevoir is very weak to Iron Head, so why the fuck not, right? Now, obviously, Excadrill doesn't want to get Earthquaked or anything, but I think he predicts that really nicely, and he's just gonna go for the substitute. So now, naturally, he will be behind the substitute, which kind of does suck, but, you know, whatever. So, obviously, I have Scald with my Suicune, so I can pretty much kill this substitute. He is gonna go for the Toxic, though. It's so obvious, very likely. But bear in mind, my Suicune is carrying the rest, so yeah, I'm gonna hit up this rest, and things are not, you know, I'm not too worried since I do have that rest, so you know, why the hell not? And naturally, this substitute will fade, so pretty sweet. So you know, I'm not too worried here. And I am gonna get more Toxicated, but I don't think my opponent has realized I'm carrying the the rest just yet, so yeah. It's gonna keep protecting itself, and I should have predicted that and just went for the Protect, so yeah. Excuse me for just 1 second here. So now he's gonna keep using Substitute, so pretty much I have his whole strategy involved. He's just gonna keep using Substitute and Protect, so I can go for Scald on Substitute and then go for Calm Mind as he goes for the Protect. So not really too worried here since well, you know, he can't really do shit to me. The only thing he can really do is poison me, but you know, I do have that rest, so it's really cool to bring you know, someone that can use rest, or pretty much just anything that can resist any status moves. Suicune is not just a big wall, it's also a really good status absorber. if any of your Pokemon is being, is threatened to get poisoned or, whatever, so you can just bring out Suicune. Since Suicune also has Sleep Talk, so yeah, it does really come in handy. So, yeah, he could get more toxic damage, but, I'm not too worried here. It's a little bit of a stall fest, but as soon as he realizes that I have Rest, he pretty much should just switch out because, I still do have that pressure. So, bottom line, he's the one that's pretty much losing all this PP and, all this stuff, so I'm not worried too much here. So he does get more toxic damage, and I finally revealed that I do have Rest, so naturally now he decides to withdraw. He has given up, he doesn't want him to lose any more PP, so he's gonna switch into his Yoshi. I'm gonna go for Sleep Talk, kinda hope that maybe I'll get the Scald, and maybe I'll get the Burn. Fortunately, I do land, I do get that Scald, and of course it'll do like nothing. And unfortunately I don't get the Scald, I don't get the Burn, so yeah, I'm gonna go for my second Sleep Talk and go for another Scald. So it's pretty lucky of me to hit Scald twice. But unfortunately for my opponent, he does get burned, which is pretty sweet. So this Goodra will get residual damage, unless this Goodra has Rest. And he brings out my Vivillon. And my Vivillon is a Focus Sash, and I could go for the what's it called, the Sleep Powder, but I'm kind of feeling that this Goodra might have Sap Sipper, so I thought I better switch out. This Goodra can probably just destroy me, so yeah, I'm gonna go into my Mew now since I really don't have anything. Mew is not a bad tank, so yeah. Gonna have to switch out, and he's gonna switch into his what the fuck is that, Volcarona, and it comes out before I even set up rocks, which is a bummer because I wanted to set up Stealth Rocks ASAP before his Volcarona came out, but yeah. I don't want to get Bug Buzz, but I already know he's gonna go for the Quiver Dance, but I can still go into my Rapidash because this thing, this Volcarona doesn't really have anything that can hit a pure fire type, so I saw why not. And so it turns out he has Struggle Bug, which is really, really funny because I've never seen Struggle Bug on the Volcarona, but it does come in handy. But my Rapidash is a physical attacker, so yeah. Unfortunately, I do get hit by Recoil and Life Orb, so I kind of wish I went with I grabbed a Choice Band with this Rapidash, since Recoil and Life Orb would do so much, and not to mention if I had that Choice Band, I'm sure this Volcarona would die. So it's a little bit better if I had just went for the It's a little bit better if I had just went for the what's it called, the Choice Band. So I have to apologize. I am doing a live trade right now, so with one of my shiny giveaways. So I have to apologize. I'm not the best at what's called multitasking. So, but I am done now, so I can move on and focus on this. What's it called? This battle. So please do not hate me. Please do not dislike this video. I'm so sorry. So, anyways, he's gonna send out his thingy majigger, his yeah. But I take that Mach Punch really well because I am Psychic type. So naturally, he has no choice but to switch out, or he could go for a Flare Blitz. But I know I can go for at least one Flare Blitz. But before I do that, I'm gonna go for the Fake Out just to do as much damage as possible. And grab a little bit more leftovers, and from this range, obviously Zen Headbutt will kill. So turns out he is gonna have to stay in and go for the Flare Blitz. Now I know this thing is not Choice Banded because he went for the Mach Punch. So I'm not really sure what he is. Could be Expert Belt or whatnot. So gonna overkill this Infernape with a Zen Headbutt. Really awesome. And it's gonna pretty much gonna grab some more leftovers. I'm standing at a pretty risky and low health, so now here comes the Gliscor. He knows that I am now fully physical, so he can threaten me with anything he wants. I'm gonna go for U-turn. Should have just went for the Zen Headbutt just in case he was gonna go for a substitute. Maybe if I went for a Zen Headbutt, he might not have enough to do to make a substitute. But as you'll see, my opponent does not go for the substitute. He goes straight for the Toxic, so luckily I brought in my Suicune. I didn't over-predict that, so yeah. Yeah, this Suicune is pretty much a counter for Gliscor, because not only is it, you know, water versus ground, but Toxic does not really mind it. And I get that nice pressure ability, so really good to use pressure. Really good to have pressure when you're fighting against stallers. So I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind because I'm kind of expecting maybe he will go for the Energy Ball, and I'll take it relatively well. And he does get more residual damage, so he has no choice but to go for Energy Ball. But after seeing my Calm Mind, I guess he decided to go for Side Shock. But yeah, I do have massive defenses to begin with, so Side Shock's not gonna do too much. I'm gonna go for my Skull because just in case he did go for a super effective Energy Ball, and it'll do a lot. But my Skull is actually not enough to take out this Gardevoir, but with Burn, it is enough, so kind of glad I did get that Burn. So now he's going to switch into his Yoshi, and I'm expecting a Thunderbolt, so I'm going to go for another Calm Mind, but then I forgot, this Goodra has Dragon Tail, and if this Dragon Tail does land, it will drag me out. And I had a huge brain derp, and so there goes my wasted Calm Minds. Now I'm going to switch into Mew, but I thought, hey, you know what, why the hell not? I know Goodra is not physically defensive, so, and not to mention this nasty burn damage, he's gonna pretty much die to a Zen Headbutt, so. Or I can go for a Fake Out, but I knew he was gonna switch out, so I went for U-turn, but it turns out he's not switching out. Really surprising, because this U-turn did so much, so a Zen Headbutt would easily kill it. Turns out this Goodra has Gooey. I haven't seen a Gooey Goodra in a really long time, except for mine. Yeah, I have a Gooey Goodra, and I absolutely love it. Sometimes Sap Sipper is great too, but I'm gonna go into Lilligant expecting a Thunderbolt, but turns out he has Flamethrower, and he straight up went for a Flamethrower. I mean, I had Suicune chill in the back, so I really don't know why he would have went for Flamethrower. So Lilligant barely lives. He has like 5 HP left, so now he's gonna switch into his Greninja to Revenge Kill me. I do have the Suicune to eat up any water attacks, but kind of fearing that this Greninja might have the Grass Knot, so I better not and just let my Lilligant die. So unfortunately, I was so excited to use my Lilligant, but I ended up not using it, so kind of a bummer. But you know what, it's all good. I'm going to switch into my Vivillon because this is a great opportunity to use it, because he only has 2 Pokemon left, this Gliscor and this Greninja. And we already know this Gliscor has Toxic did, so I can't use Sleep Powder, so the only person that can fall asleep in this team is, in fact, this Greninja, so might as well just try to use, Vivillon. Try to get a Lucky Sleep Powder and a Quiver Dance, and pretty much, do a late game sweep here, so, and finish off this battle. So he's gonna stay in, so that allows me to go for a Quiver Dance, and after 1 Quiver Dance, it's actually enough to outspeed this Greninja. I know Greninja is really fast, but Quiver Dance is just way too good, so I'm gonna go for a safe Bug Buzz because I don't want Hurricane to miss. I know Vivillon does have Compound Eyes, but sometimes even with Compound Eyes, Hurricane does have a small chance to miss, so. Now he's gonna send out his Gliscor. Obviously I can't use Bug Buzz because, excuse me, Gliscor is Flying type, so I go for the Hurricane. Luckily I do land it, and this will take out his last Pokemon. And that will wrap it up. So thank you, Raphael, for bringing such an excellent team, and I have to apologize for my viewers for, multitasking and half-assing the first half of this battle. I'm so sorry for that, so please, please, please forgive me. I will post another video with your full undivided attention along with mine too, so please, thank you for watching, thank you for staying tuned, and yeah, subscribe.